What's up everyone, welcome to the stream. My name is David and here we are, back again to God of War 2 for the third and hopefully final time. I don't think we're very far from the ending, so unless there's some major blackout that is very unlikely right now, we're probably doing this today. So, yeah, let's jump into it. Huh. That was less green than I remember. Okay, so there's the lever here, and we need to figure this one out. Alright. What's going on? What? Is the game bugged, or is time weird? Okay. Time was weird. I see. No idea what that does. But let's save again. Sorry about that. Business. Business calls always at the wrong hour, doesn't it? I don't... okay, I get it. They have to ring at the same time, right? Oh, I see. Okay, and this is good because... Right. Do I need to go through all this trouble though? Nailed it. Oh, come on. What I don't understand is how I'm going to rotate this and ring them both at the same time. if I have to press R1, which automatically undoes the thing. Do I need to do it again? Oh. Heard bells ringing and I came running. Were you looking for love and marriage, Great Banter? How are you? That stuff is make-believe. What is make-believe? Bells? I can tell you bells are real. I have bells right next... very close to me. Not right next to me, but very close. Maybe now I need to do it the other way around. What? Thought I heard you say, did you run towards the bells for love and marriage? I may be crazy. No, I did say that. I was just kidding when I said you didn't believe in bells. Because I thought it would be funnier than not believing in love and marriage. That is common. Too much work today? I'm usually on your wave. You know... I think I get it. Why? Why? God damn it. Was this really this? Did it have to take this long? Was it really this hard? So, were you super busy today? Was work shit? The Throne of Lachesis. Oh. I'm sorry I broke your face.
We've been expecting you.
Out of my way.
Your resolve is admirable, even if it is misguided. None can change their destiny, Kratos. We sisters determine the fate of all. It was I who deemed that the Titans lose the Great War, and I who have allowed you to come this far. It is not your destiny to kill Zeus.
You no longer control my destiny.
I see Gaia has filled you with her lies.
I have warned you. Let me pass.
You have always amused us, Kratos. But know this, mortal. There is no power greater than the Sisters of Fate. If you challenge us, you will die.
Can't she just cut the thread or something? How are y'all doing? I'm good. How are you, Scorpion? Hello, Onage. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you? Yes, I did. Thank you. Chat is in English if you can, please. I did get it. Thank you very much. Ah! No. Oh, shit. Could you come down, please? Okay, this is not exactly what I was hoping to have as a boss fight. And how are you doing? As you can see, I'm a little tied up at the moment. Wait, I can... Okay, so that's a mechanic. How do I grab her?
You do not defy fate, Kratos! For we have woven the events of your life. And now, that life is at an end.
It makes sense to be 3 against 1.
Your destiny, foolish mortal! With a whim, we can end your life! Or allow you to live. Search your memory, Kratos. The sword which you stand on delivered your victory against Ares. Without it, you will be the one who dies this day, not Ares. We can change your past and set your future. This is the power of the Fates!
Uh-oh. That's not good, is it? Hold the devil's pot of Timo on this song? What? Think throw for me for the sub. I'll probably be sleeping when he gets to chat. I will. Thank you for existing and letting Throw gift you a sub.
goes with you, Kratos. This power was never meant for a mortal like you!
Have you ever heard the misheard lyrics? That's so no. Sorry, I was playing during the fight. Never. Don't tell me you don't hear all the devil's pot of Team Mulan. I certainly do not. I certainly think you are crazy, though. If that's something. It's a given fact, otherwise you wouldn't even know me. Maybe. I don't understand the mechanic of this fight. I don't know, I'm trying to deflect one of the attacks into the other one, but he deflects it at the caster, so I have to put her between me and the And the one in the mirror. But she absorbs it.
The rage of the Titans fuel your blades, Kratos.
That's not where I am. What is this camera doing? Can I enter the mirrors? I can't. So why do I want her to be down? To be allowed to stop time, which means I gotta attack the one in the mirror, right? I gotta bring this one down to attack the one in the mirror that always goes away when I get close. Oh shit. This might be it. It is. Nailed it! I'm so smart. It only took me like 20 years. I am great at logicking my shit. Did I break the other mirror? It broke by itself, okay. Holy shit. So that happened. I mean, it was a little confusing, but cool fight. Where are we at? I just defeated 2 of the seasons. Two of the seasons? I mean, 2 of the sisters. How are you, Melty? The all-consuming struggle between the Titans and the Olympians rages on. Please look up the misheard lyrics of that song. I don't know if I should. The lone soul surveys the wake of carnage that surrounds him. It is Kratos. Three travelers heading to an unknown destiny. Jesus! Huh? Oh. What? Use wings? I know! That's what I want to do, but I am checking and I can't bring the wings up. When I drop from the ceiling, the wings don't pop. Look, I can't. That's weird. See? Here I drop and I drop on solid floor. There's a reason for it lore-wise. Yet you can't use the wings when you drop from a ceiling. What is the reason? It's weird. It has to be done this way. Okay, everything's maxed out.
You must not tamper with destiny, Kratos. You will destroy everything.
Is that the last sister? Holy shit. She got the short end of the stick. Hello, Gryffindor, how are you? She must be wealthy? Probably not. She just got the worst raffle prize there was. And if that sounds like a weird thing to say, it's because it's kind of a Portuguese expression, I guess. Damn, that is ugly. Jabba the Ugly. I wonder how the other sisters must have felt. Fate sister then? They're all the Fates, right? Hey. Stop this right this instant. I was asking if that's the part you were on. Oh, yes, sorry. I thought you were saying she was a Fate sister, but they all are. But yes. I defeated 3, so only this one is remaining. Which Fate am I on? The last one. I don't know their names if that's what you're asking. They don't give names? They do. They actually do. But I don't know them. I mean, this one of the ones that we killed was lack something. And like, it's the name of the locations we've been through, I think. Is that the entire sister? Damn, that's a really big girl. No. If you know the names, you can say them, and I'll tell you which one I killed. At least one of them I know, because it's the name of the place I am. But I don't know it by heart. I'll recognize it if you write it. Huh? Really? Ow. This seems to be a very climatic moment. How about my Cyclops eyes? How about my other thing? Oh, well. Cyclops. He didn't remove it. These are not the Cyclops you remove the eyes from? Well. Is that it? Thank you.
You will never control your threat.
Well then. This seems like a very definitive location. Let me see if I can find it. Sisters of Fate. Oh, okay. So, Lachesis, first sister, was determined to deny Kratos his revenge but ended up trapped within a time mirror which Kratos destroyed, killing her. Okay. Lachesis. And this is the right name. So that's the one that looks like a Valkyrie. The first one we fought, the main battle. Just something I grabbed from Wikipedia. It's not fully correct enough for a basic idea. Oh, you wrote something. Then it was too long and Twitch censored it. You need to split it up in multiple parts. The last thing I saw you write was, oh right, they don't give names, I forgot. You can't write messages that are too long because otherwise Twitch just censors it. It's Twitch policy. I don't even know the actual limit. So Atropos is also dead. Second sister concealed herself in Lachesis' body. She attempted to alter the result of Kratos' battle with Ares. She and Lachesis ended up being trapped within a time mirror, which Kratos destroyed. Okay. And this next one is Clotho, giant and grotesque keeper of the loom. Okay, and there's more, but I don't want to read more because we haven't beaten the game yet. Moirai, that's what they're called in okay, I'm also reading Wikipedia, but you can post it in chat so other people can see. Clotho is the spinner, Lachesis is a lauder, and Atropos is literally unturnable, is death. Okay. To control the mother thread of life of every mortal from birth to death, they were independent at the helm of necessity, directed fate, and watched that the fate assigned to every being by eternal laws might take its course without obstruction. The gods and men had to submit to them, although Zeus's relationship with them is a matter of debate. Some sources say he can command them, yet others suggest he was also bound to the Moirai's dictates. They were incarnations of destiny. Yeah, I don't understand though. Where do they come from? Yeah. Okay. So right now, the only thing you wrote in chat was their number became fixed at 3. If you split it in more, you probably wrote still too long. Something still too long. Lachesis controls what happens between life and death, the primordial area. I don't know what that is. But yeah, like, so they existed, did they exist before the Titans? I guess, right? That's how it makes sense. The primordial area is the mother of the fates. What is the primordial area?
Clotho weaves the thread of life for every mortal, god, and titan. Find your thread, and you will be able to control the mirrors of the fates, the source of their power, and use them as a gateway to return to the time when Zeus betrayed you.
You were not meant to travel through the mirrors of destiny. You are meddling with powers that you do not understand.
She's the primordial of fate. And she's still alive, I assume? That's the right word for it. What is her role though? Does she have a role, or did she entrust everything to the sisters? Ow. Still around? She's one of the few remaining primordial beings who haven't faded? Okay. How do I get up there? What? There's a handle on these things. I may or may not be a little confused. So I can't stop time. Is that a handle? I can't. I need to remove the bodies up there. But to do that, I need to get to the ceiling, and to do that, I have no idea what I need to do. Maybe I do. Ah, there it is. This is what I needed to do. Oh shit! No! Don't... Okay. Well then, it's done.
This power was never meant for mortal hands.
That's a lot of boobs. Why am I fighting the Fates again? Trying to take control of my thread. Because I was killed. And it's kind of a big deal. Death. Ow. Oh, nice. It's like, avoid death if possible, at the hands of Zeus, of all people, gods, not people, but... So far, so good. The Weaver of Fate? Yeah, this is Clotho. Not sure. You already fought Cutter and Second Weaver of Fate. Yeah, I fought the other two. The other two are dead, and it took a long time to kill them. But it was a cool fight, not gonna lie. This was a little complicated. I promise you, the other two were beautiful. Well, kinda. One of them was beautiful. You ugly. The first one looked like she was a Valkyrie. Not happy with how these boss fights are going. Very formulaic. What? Why do I want this? These bosses are puzzles now. Okay. That's the fun part, I guess, in a way. I don't know what I'm doing. Nope. This doesn't do anything. Am I just pulling threads? Well, I don't see anything else. Oh, I understand. I think. Nope, I don't understand. I thought I had to go like back and forth to pick up another thread to bring someone else. Why is there a time-stopping mechanic in this fight? I don't get it. Hello, Bambi. How are you? Use time stop to move the thing. No, when you pick it up, the time goes back to normal. Don't ask me why, but that's a mechanic. You can't pick things up when your time stopped. No. Here. So you're fighting Tits McGee? Who I am. Well, this has a thread. Also a random dude. Aha! R1? Oh. Holy shit, right through the head. Well then, that's one way to change fate. How are you today, Bambi? Just brutalizing the Greek pantheon. Because why not?
The power of the Fates resides within these great mirrors. Find your thread, and you will be able to control the mirrors. And use them as a gateway to return to the time when Zeus betrayed you.
Okay. Did I pull this? Don't think I did. Oh, it was the elevator. Never mind. That's different. This is nice. Ah, see? Nope, as soon as I grab it, of course. Then what am I doing? As soon as I let go of the thing, it gets repaired. have become God of War yet. I was the God of War, but then the gods didn't approve of what I did and they killed me. But yeah, you become the God of War at the end of the first game. You kill Ares. Okay, so now I know where you are in the timeline, thanks. Yep, we're almost at the end of God of War 2. It's one in particular that is available. Now we stop time. And it's actually useful.
Even now, as you draw your last breath, you continue to defy me? No matter. What? How can this be? The Sisters of Fate have aided you. Unexpected.
The Sisters are dead.
I underestimated you. A mistake I do not intend to repeat.
Holy shit. We're actually fighting Zeus now. For reals this time. Get your god powers back, dude.
Now I will show you the true power of a god.
Please show me, but take some time so I can power up. No? Maybe? Kratos, don't be stupid. Why is he stupid? Not power-upable? seems Zeus is a little vulnerable when I kill one of the Furies. Or whatever these are. Being in the sky doesn't help your cause. Yeah. It wasn't my choice. No, no! Oh my god. What? What happened? That was me, that was me. He was available for death. They're sirens? Okay. Grab the one that is grabbable. Well, I can't kill them like that, huh? This is not going well. Can't believe I had a chance to grab Zeus and then it went away. Do it! Ah, we're doing something now.
For me.
Yes, they are. Thanks for letting me use the Blades of Chaos again. But he really needed to have gotten that sword out of Zeus' hands. Or the powers, of his powers from the sword. I guess he did have the sword.
kill you, Zeus!
What? What?
Not let you destroy Sparta. Your powers are no match for me. I will show you no mercy. I told you I would make you pay for what you did.
If they're all together on this, why don't the other gods come and help?
I am through playing with you, Kratos.
What? Trickery?
Release me from this torment of life.
I will release you from your life, my son, but your torment is just beginning.
Holy shit! I missed it.
I am through playing with you, Kratos.
I think it's just Zeus is he's king and has a lot of sway. I guess. It was trickery. But I let him do it. This is a very un-Kratos gamble.
Release me from this torment of life.
I will release you from your life, my son, but your torment is just beginning.
Not the same button. Fuck.
I am through playing with you, Kratos.
God damn it. He's like scary huge. Yep, he's a god.
Release me from this torment of life.
I will release you from your life, my son, but your torment is just beginning.
Ah, come on. Hey, that's a spoiler.
Playing with you, Kratos.
If that's true, I'm not supposed to know that. That's not okay. And don't tell me if that's true.
Release me from this torment of mine.
I will release you from your life, my son, but your torment is just beginning.
Ah, fuck my life. You said it 4 times just now? Well, telling someone my son, he's the old father. He's everyone's father, really. He's saying it the old man way. Exactly. It's one thing to say it the old man way, it's another thing to say it like, you are my semen.
Release me from this torment of mine.
I will release you from
I saw it as the old man way, not as I fucked your mom. Oh my god! Well, I guess we'll never know, because this is it. That's all. We're never gonna get past this shit.
Release me from this torment of mine.
I will release you from your life, my son, but your torment is just beginning.
I'm already pressing circle.
You cannot do this, Kratos! You dare stand against me, Athena?
I do not wish to fight you, Kratos, but I will defend Olympus!
Know this, my son. You have started a war you cannot possibly win. The fates have already deemed me victorious.
No, Kratos! Stop!
Huh?
No! Why do you sacrifice yourself?
To save Olympus.
I do not seek to destroy Olympus. Only Zeus.
Zeus is Olympus.
He brought this to himself.
Because of fear, Kratos. A fear felt by his father, Kronos. A fear that wrought the Great War. A fear that drove Zeus to kill you. His own son.
His son?
Just as Zeus was compelled to destroy his father, Kronos. you are compelled to do the same. No son should destroy his own father.
No, I have no father.
God after God will deny you, Kratos. They will protect Zeus. Zeus must live so that Olympus will prevail.
If all on Olympus will deny me my vengeance, then all on Olympus will die. I have lived in the shadow of the gods for long enough. The time of the gods has come to an end!
Remember, Kratos, you have the power to control time itself.
Yep. Yeah, thanks for ruining that surprise. I appreciate that a lot. Why can't people just shut up about spoilers? Or about the story? This is something that could come up in the new God of War. Yes. Probably important. So...
We have been expecting you, Ghost of Sparta. The gods are far too powerful for us to defeat now.
All on Olympus tremble at my name. Zeus is weak. Ares and Athena are dead, and I wield the blade. We can win the Great War, but not in this time. Together, we will destroy the petty gods, and we will see Olympus crumble before us. Come with me, Gaia. Return to my time. Victory awaits. We have faced far worse than this one fallen mortal. But we are the gods. We whom the mortals worship. We who rule over this land. We who will not be swept aside by this petulant fool. Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite We will stand together, and I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Oh. Well then. That's pretty cool. That sets a really high bar for number 3, I guess. You thought it was a recap? What does that even mean? It says blind on the title. When in doubt, ask. Very interesting though. This game is very uneven though. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff where nothing happens in the middle. You can basically skip the entire game and just watch the beginning and the end almost. Just don't do it again, Gryffindor, because hey, if I was like so bad I don't want you around, you're not banned or anything, so just don't do it again. I mean, I had suspicions there was a father of importance because of the ending of Ghost of Sparta, but I had forgotten about it, to be honest. Rank God? What? Treasures have been unlocked. The Blade of Olympus has been unlocked and is upgradable in bonus play. How do I get a god rank? Me, of all people. Three is challenging. Yeah, I don't want to get anything. I don't want it to be challenging, I just want a good story. Kratos plus a fish costume? Nope, no hints. Unless I ask. Rip out Cyclops' eye before time runs out. Yep. If I need any hints, I will ask. So are these easier than? Kill at least 10 enemies in the air before time runs out. Nope, this one's not gonna happen. Right. Turned into stone while in the air. Now that is how you don't do things. Well, I guess there's not a lot of treasures, is there? Really? God of War? Oh, this one looks cool.
By defeating Ares,
I want to see
Kratos,
this.
the once mortal warrior, became the new god of war. However, Kratos soon found himself alone on Olympus, shunned by his fellow gods. But Kratos...
Can I skip?
Athena! You will!
Oh, I have fish hooks.
Open the door!
I'm just looking at the costume.
We have him where we want him.
This is hilarious.
By the gods, he's killed them all. He still has some of the powers of a god.
This might be better than the potato costume. Well, if we do another playthrough, this is happening for sure. But I want to check. I think I have to quit out, so bear with me a bit. But I want to check the bonus materials for this game. Because there's an entire option in the main menu of the collection that is just bonus materials. And people have shown interest in me streaming those, so if it's somehow interesting, I'll still stream it. Under the video category in the XMB menu. Really? So I quit out to check a message that told me to quit out. That is amazing. Thanks, PlayStation. In the video section. God of War 2 bonus materials. Okay. The making of God of War 2. Oh, this is gonna be big, isn't it? I missed the crash? No. We beat the game. And I'm streaming the making of, so you're just in time for your favorite part. So I guess I'm taking a break while this happens. I don't know how big this is, but I'll be back when it's over. So have fun.
What are you working on here?
A lunch. This is a monumentous occasion. This is the first lunch I'm gonna make and take to work because so far multiple people at work and my mother have told me to stop missing lunch because meetings tend to go long and I never get a chance to eat. So I end up eating like a bag of Doritos. So now I'm gonna have an apple and a sandwich. This is my first title as game director. First time in the chair of game director. I expected it to be hard work, but the sheer volume of work and the amount of stuff you have to carry in your head and be on about all the time is staggering. It's huge. I'm such a fucking horrible sandwich maker. It shows my true inexperience. I want to take what we started and push it 10 times further, you know, get more of the story, more of the mythology embedded in, while picking up all the things that we felt, wow, we could have really done this better. All right, all set for school. You know, it's my face and my name out there that if this is bad, I'm the guy. You're the guy that fucked up God of War, you know, like, that weighs heavily. I truly believe that we are putting absolutely everything we can into this thing.
First, I want to apologize for my voice. It's a little rough. I was in Phoenix yesterday watching a football game, so it'll be cracking on and off. Go Rams. Where's Ken? Ken! Anyway. Am I scared or nervous about doing the job? Yes, terrified. But the reality, and the good fortunate thing is, only when I get a chance to think about it. I'm not given much opportunity to think about it.
We're starting to get to the point where we have a lot of stuff done, and it's going to be cool to start showing it to everybody.
For the most part on the project, I'm, kind of an information person, going to different departments and like a sponge, soak up as much information as I can so I can direct people in the proper way. It's very, very challenging. At times it can be incredibly stressful, like right now.
Let's get back to it.
It's Rita calling from Sony. In terms of our new leads in the departments, and they're rising from a senior level environment artist to an art director, from an art director to a producer, from a lead animator to a game director. It's really a testament to the level of skill that each individual brings, that they have that multifaceted background, or at least the drive to pursue something and pursue it at 110%.
So you can't jump onto the chain until you activate it. The way a game director works at Sony, you gotta have your hands in everything. Maybe much to the dismay of some of the other people, you're the quality control, you're the check to make sure that everything stays within the realm, the mythos that we've created with God of War. I'm in meetings right from when I get in, probably till about 7 or 8, sometimes later than that at night, and then I actually have other work that I have to get done, instead of just sitting around talking like a gas bag. So it sounds like I'm bitching about it, but you know what? It's not, I'm totally into it. I love it, but it's definitely bigger than I had ever imagined.
One of the biggest new elements I've had to mentally deal with is the idea that as a producer, you're essentially everyone's boss, so you do wield a considerable amount of quote-unquote power. From the creative side of things, it's probably the one thing I have to constantly put a check on. From where I came from, I was way more involved in the creative. That's nice. As a producer, every time I make a comment on the creative, I have to make sure that I'm cautioning it with the idea of, hey, look, this is one creative mind coming to you with an opinion.
This scene is so fucked up, it doesn't, it's like, where do you start?
There's a lot to be learned about just interacting with people and keeping my cool as much as I can, and not trying to offend people. Like on the last project and up until I started as an art director, I was very blunt and kind of, sometimes I might have had kind of like, a fuck it attitude, but now I have to be a lot more political about things. And it's actually like, the more I do it, the more I understand it, the more I enjoy it.
Something that we decided when we originally started the Santa Monica studio was to go for a very open plan office, so that everyone sits in an enormous room. There are very low dividers between different people's desks. We try and keep people sitting next to the people that they are directly working with. So, the combat guys have most to do with the animators, so they sit next to the animators. Production's sat slap bang in the middle of the floor. They basically can see everyone moving around. Everyone is near to the production department. The programmers are all sitting next to each other, and we sit near to the technical artists because they're people that we spend an enormous amount of time communicating with. So, the entire structure of the studio really aims at fostering easy communication that doesn't rely on email and doesn't rely on chance encounters in the hallway. It's very important that you make people talk to each other, and this seems to be a very good way of doing it.
Upon my initial observation, it was like, holy cow, everybody is there, and my desk in particular is right on the kind of the main thoroughfare, like I-5 running down the middle of Sony Santa Monica, so, you know, I hear everybody walk by, I hear everybody's conversations. I prefer it just because, you know, I can give Steve shit, or I can give Todd Pappy shit on my left, or whatever. I mean, for that, it's kind of a nice break than just locking yourself in your office.
First coming here, I liked everything about the place except for that aspect of it, is sitting in a big, basically like a gymnasium with a bunch of desks in it, and like you could hear like half of what people are talking about all over the place, and it might be kind of hard to get focused, but it really does bring out that collaborative experience. It's in your face. You see what everybody else is doing, so you end up understanding inherently from working here and walking, you know, to go get a soda or something like that. You get an understanding subliminally of what's going on in the game.
When we want to get something in the game as simple as Kratos, the main character, goes up to a giant column in the world and grabs it, and then when the player rapidly presses the circle button, he's going to be able to like pull on it and then successfully pull the column down while the column breaks and shatters. There's enemies on top of it that end up falling and dying. Just that one sequence alone, you have to involve the level guys, because they basically have to create the space in which it takes place in. Those level guys will also be modeling the column. Animation has to wait until that column gets designed. Then effects have to get put on it. Then a designer has to put it in and attach it to the buttons. And then a sound person has to come in and attach the sounds on top of that. If any special code has to get done, meaning a tool needs to get written in order to get this to happen, code has to be notified early on. Almost every single department has their hands on this thing, and this is a thing that could, you know, basically take up a minute of gameplay. God of War 2 has about 70 people on it. We got a pretty big team. Each department within the game development process has their own lead, and each week we have leads meetings kind of discussing specifics of what's going on.
I will jump right in with Charlie's updates.
Great, okay. This title, Visual Development Director, is really kind of something that we wanted to test out, because we really didn't have anything like this in our production pipeline. I really wanted to get all the visual development guys together, because before there wasn't a lot of collaboration. We represent the whole minority group here. Yeah. Anyway, this is actually what it's like. I want to get an update on what you guys have been working on this week. Okay. If you guys have been working this week, why don't we start on this side? Eric, you want to just kind of run through some of the stuff that you've been working on?
All right. This is the Great Titan Oceanus concept that we've been working on. It's about camaraderie, I think, you know, with the people that I work with. They constantly push me, and hopefully I push them.
How big is this guy right now?
He's huge. He's massive. It's just kind of about really enjoying yourself and really unleashing stuff in your mind to create something better than what we did before on God of War 1.
It'd be so cool if we can actually fly through all this stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think they were talking about that. I don't know if it's going to happen.
It'd be cool.
I've been working on IO horses. Cool. I'm definitely excited that I get to be part of, you know, a team that gets to create this, you know, world that people are going to see. It's just another take on Greek mythology, so it's really cool.
Cool. Let's get back to work. To be able to form a team that we can really feel comfortable to, you know, to say anything, whether it's, you know, critiquing each other's work or just wanting to hang around with each other, that part of it I'm probably most proud of on this time around.
We switched gears and we started doing something completely different at the drop of a hat. And that happens all the time. My job is primarily managing the production side, the art, the content that actually goes into the game. And Charlie works to develop the content that we end up creating on paper first. The art group is comprised a number of different teams. There's the animators, there's cinematic animators, tech artists who basically do everything from create rigs for characters to create scripts to help environment artists model faster. Then we have environment artists, and we have character artists, and we have effects artists.
It's going to be tweakable as well. Programmers are implementing features and making tools for the artists and the designers, for that matter, to use. We don't write the game for them. We write the tools which they use to make the game themselves. And we've had enormously good results from doing this. We find that the artists are much better positioned to use all this cool stuff than programmers are.
That's great, that's by design, but... My job here entails managing the level design team, making sure they're on task and on track.
Level design is a lot about coming up with the puzzles and the layout and the pacing of an area and coming up with the themes and how they integrate with the story.
A really good puzzle is you come in, you know your objective, but you're not really quite sure how to reach that goal or objective. And it's kind of the process of going through and figuring out and having that aha moment, you know, like, oh, I get it. And then you're able to like go ahead and solve it. And as long as it's not too like hard, not too easy, it's finding that sweet spot.
Okay.
You can trigger a camera from the lever that would transition, and then when you've successfully completed the lever, it'll be already transitioned, so it won't be like a big cut.
All right.
The challenge for the designers is we really have to focus on making it fun. I mean, a lot of ideas are good in theory and they sound like they can be really cool, but taking it from a concept and a thought and an idea to actually making it work and playing it are such different things. Our job is to really nail, hey, is this fun? Is it challenging for the player?
Everything. I thought you only been focusing on animation.
No.
Well,
Whole
yes.
whole experience.
I'd say that the sound needs a total rework because the sounds of it crashing through, none of it sounds impressive. I want DTS 6.1. The best laid plans, you know, it is exactly the best phrase for it, because it doesn't matter how well we plan something out, doesn't matter how solid we think something is. When you get in there and you see it in 3 dimensions and you play it, you're like, wow. In my head and on paper, it felt different. We have to fix this, you know, we have to change this. We'll magnify that by 1,000 because it's every single aspect has the exact same result. Each department, you know, art, animation, characters, visual development, programming, and design, that was pretty sweet. Only the best here at Sony Computer Entertainment America. We hold things together with really important tape.
One of the areas that I'm most pleased with and surprised about is the fact that there are a lot of people that really banded around Corey and supported him through this endeavor. He's in a pressure situation, and without the team, he's left with nothing.
I gotta say, it's way better than it was before. But what I would like to think my reputation is, hey, this guy is very passionate and is constantly all about the game. Like, works tirelessly to find solutions in every possible aspect, and whatever is needed, I do to get the job done. What really most likely goes on is, meh, he's okay. He's a little bit easier to work with than Dave, but you know, he still changes his mind all the time, and can't make up his mind about what he wants. If only he could choose what he wanted. But overall, he's pretty cool. You know, that's probably what it is. Mixed in with, I think he's a dick. I let them win this time to give them a full sense of security.
Corey's generally a pretty good guy to work with. There's been a few times, particularly towards the end of this project, where you could swear he's channeling Dave Jaffe sometimes. You know, he can be a very stubborn individual, but generally he's a pretty nice chap.
You know, we'll be sitting in a meeting and Corey will say something like, you know, whatever happened to the Golden Fleece or something like that. It's like, what? You know, everybody's like wondering what's going on with the Golden Fleece, and that becomes the new priority, and the priority isn't the Colossus anymore, it's the Golden Fleece. Well, the Colossus is a lot more important. The priorities change just like that on a dime, so it kind of changes the dimension of the team a little bit very quickly.
Corey's a handful, and yes, Corey can be flippant, but it's all it's all well-meaning. I mean, Corey has a great vision, is making a great game. We're all here to support that vision. And you're gonna have to change your mind a lot. You're gonna have to keep pushing the edge. If something doesn't work that sounded great originally, you're gonna have to change it. You might have to change that thing 15 times. I think that's why people can get frustrated with anybody in a creative position, especially one that is in a director position. I mean, everybody bitches about Stanley Kubrick, but he went out and made the finest films ever.
When is that on?
It's on PBS. It's like on PBS.
PBS?
Yeah.
Who watches fucking PBS? I thought people just pretended to watch PBS. Like, I watch the Discovery Channel, the History Channel, and PBS. That's really what I watch. But that's totally not true. You know that they watch like USA and every Lorenzo Lamas movie. We are experiencing some technical difficulties, so we're doing a redo and starting over.
Nice. I'm ready.
So it's just going to start in 10.
That's very pretty.
Hello?
But
does your wife do your ringtones for you, or what?
All right, start taping now.
We had a little glitch in the Cyclops mini game, so we had to start over, and I blame Joel Tobble for that. That's him right there, ladies and gentlemen.
The talent level of the team, just the amount of guys here that are able to produce art and animations and think of different crazy ideas to do with Kratos, and the programmers, the talent level on the team has just been absolutely astonishing.
Although challenging and not easy and not perfect, I think the teamwork that's been going on for the past couple of years is something this whole studio should be proud of.
I've never met a group of people who are more enthusiastic and passionate about what they do.
Nobody really has an attitude or that's misplaced or anything like that. Everybody has this healthy level competition, and you know, you look over your shoulder to see what somebody else is doing, because maybe you can learn something from them.
When you see other environment artists and you go over at lunch or on a break and you check out what they're building and you take off ideas from them and they bounce off ideas with you and everyone's giving feedback. It keeps a little bit of healthy competition going, and at the same time it brings up the quality of the game.
This is a team that I think truly inspires each other.
You have to be on all the time, and if you're off, people notice and the work suffers. So, you know, you generally need to come in and have 5 good days, not a single bad day. Of course, that's not possible.
E3 is a big opportunity for media to get a glimpse into what's going on with the various software as well as hardware.
It's kind of an opportunity for developers to kind of show off.
It's bigger than Oscar night. I mean, it's huge. It's a chance where you get all these, you get all developers, you get all studios, you get all the gaming consoles like PlayStation, Xbox. Everyone's going to be there. It's hyped up. Everyone's psyched up. Everyone's just a fan of games.
We are about to go into our E3 meeting, sort of a pre-E3 update meeting to kind of get a status check from all the key leads of where we're at on the entire game. And this is actually going to be my first playthrough of the E3 build all put together. And hope everything goes fantastic, because we don't have that much time.
After I hit yes or no on the progressive scan, what's the next image that comes up?
Front end. Making demos for E3, it's kind of one of those necessary evils, and it's something that we decided we would embrace when we were working on God of War. We decided, you know, man, it sucks doing this, but you know, let's just make the best of it, because you know, if we're ever going to make this game successful, then you know, making the press notice it at E3 would be very important.
We start Corey first.
So this begins where?
This is the beginning, right there.
E3 is important to God of War 2 because this is our opportunity to get the franchise out. We're kind of taking the training wheels off here and giving other people the controller and saying, you know, you play it the way you want to play it. We're going to have to gauge their reaction from that.
Why did that guy just disappear? Is this not working? I didn't do anything. I don't know if this is all the latest stuff, because I'm seeing older animations. That has to get worked out. What about the art on this area? I thought it was...
It's done.
Yeah.
Those little landing pads are missing.
Should we, like, check this stuff before we have a meeting like this?
Corey,
be more effective.
we were doing our best to do that.
I'm not saying you're not doing your best. I'm just saying, like, would it be more advantageous? There feels like a lot of stuff like this.
We wouldn't be having this discussion until 7 o'clock tonight.
If that's what it's gonna be, then it's what's gonna be, right?
No.
So, I don't know, maybe if there's a lighting thing you do to kind of call attention to it a little bit more. I really want people to walk away from this going, fuck. I really didn't think that they could make a game better than the first one. We're just gonna trigger the Medusa to fucking jump you at this point. Right out at you, like, she's big enough that she essentially almost fills the front screen, and she just, right there and attacks you.
Could she pop out?
Well, hold on. From this angle, I don't want to swap angles. It'd probably be much lower to be more dramatic, but I want to stay in the hallway. I don't want to pop to other angles.
I understand. Player's here, she jumps out, scares him, knocks him, boom, and the camera keeps tracking towards the Medusa, so you get close up into her face and then cut.
Then it's a CS move. Can you do that?
It's not a trivial matter.
It's no longer simple.
It's a non-trivial matter.
It was a simple setup before, and we could do that.
Right.
It's really easy to go through a production and go, you know, okay, this is sort of working all the way. I'll get the last 10%, you know, when we start heading down. problem with that kind of mentality is always that 10% turns into 50, 60, 70% because it's like, oh, well, what I thought was going to work didn't. Now I'm back to the drawing board. E3 allows us that opportunity to just go, we're going to get it all done, and it's got to be done all the way. And it kind of is a little wake-up call for a lot of people. I think that's great.
Well, Pegasus Animations, just so the Pegasus himself feel like we're still in first pass with not a lot of stuff in there, and I thought we were going to be much further along.
This is the new God of War 2. This is going to be our signature piece.
Steve is the guy that has to basically jump in the middle of the firefight and calmly figure out how it's all going to get figured out. Bullets whizzing by all over the place, and he's got to figure out what's going to go on here. And, you know, I'm over there with like a Gatling gun just firing bullets all over the place, throwing grenades at him. You know, hey, we should change this. Let's put this over here. What if we had rain in this scene? This would be awesome. Budget's going up in his head, schedule's ballooning out of control, and I'm just, you know, like a kid who's found his dad's gun, firing it all over the place. He's not sitting around waiting for this problem to get solved on his own.
There's a lot of animation work to be done.
For whatever it's worth, it seemed like we've been talking a lot about like art and some animation stuff, but it seems like when you go through the level, there's no enemies in there.
There's a
no
lot of
chests.
design work that has to go through.
Pegasus is like almost like completely undesigned at this point.
I totally disagree with that statement. You guys need to sit down and play Pegasus.
I play it every day at Ray's desk. I mean, it's not. It doesn't feel like. I'm not trying to start shit or anything. I'm just saying, like, we've been talking a lot about the art.
I just felt like the artists are here, and from a Pegasus standpoint, I had said I need to sit down with Chip and Aaron.
The purpose of this meeting is just to talk about the things that we can do, and then I basically have no place in saying that, I guess.
Stig's coming from a really good place, man. He's a guy that I feel truly leads by example. You know, this guy shows you that it can be done by doing it himself, by really instilling that sense of pride within your own work, by showing that he has that sense of pride in the work.
I'm not trying to start shit, like it's not observation.
Yes, you are, but it's a good shit that you're starting. This isn't a dig on you, so don't think I'm attacking you. But you fucking suck. No, but seriously, we gotta fucking step it up.
That's it.
Excellent. There are numerous red flags. There's a ton of stuff that really needs a lot of work. Stitching the level together still really isn't there. It's kind of duct taped together. Not even it's scotch tape. It's scotch taped together right now. It's not even that much. We've got a lot of art issues. A ton of animations that have to get done. So we're going to have a lot of fun trying to figure that one out. It was a good thing to kind of get a status check from everybody, but we have a shitload of work to do.
It was also mentioned that the projectiles that fire from Pegasus seem to be coming from the Pegasus's ass.
Pegasus is kind of an interesting situation that we got into because it's kind of like developing a new game. Every step of the way, you know, you get one thing fixed and then you find something else that you didn't know about. So it's not like you can say it was broken, but it's a new feature that you need, and it's still happening right now.
Pegasus is a different game. Might as well be called Pegasus.
It doesn't look like this year we are making it with Pegasus, and it sucks for all of us, but we all kind of feel the exact same way, which is we don't want anybody to see it until we all feel 100% about it. So that's the sort of the double-edged sword of E3 is, you know, you can chase the demo, trying to get it out there, trying to show people what you got, but if it's crap, you're gonna pay the price.
I was running the Pegasus push to E3, and to see that not make it was like getting kicked in the balls by a donkey. Very hard.
I think in the end we'll be all right, but I think right now there's still a lot to figure out with Pegasus.
Let's fix those weapons.
Right now you can tell everybody's stressed out, so you don't want to talk to anybody. You just kind of, if you stick around our little biz dev area, you'll be safe. So we're pretty relaxed. Hopefully this will only be seen after the game comes out. So we have to kind of get everything out before everybody builds it. So we've had our share. So now it's their turn.
Can't go home until he goes home.
I'm sleeping here tonight, man. There's no hope for you. It's all over.
There you have it. I'm sleeping here tonight.
And that hole that is created, it feels like if we made it more extreme, like actual cracks that are here on one frame, We got so much done in this last month. We lost a few years off of our life due to sleep deprivation, but you know, we got a lot done. They get to a point where they're just like, I don't know, should I attack? I don't know. Over here, they just want to love. So yeah, I don't have any idea why he's just decided now that attacking is not in his best interest. It's incredibly daunting knowing that the entire team is pushing themselves really hard and everybody's, you know, staying late, putting in lots of overtime and really putting everything they have into this demo.
It's a much more tense environment than it normally is. I mean, everyone's really under the gun. A lot of pressure, a lot of tired people.
It's not rocket science. No one dies as a result of doing it, but it's a pretty stressful job nonetheless. Lots of very passionate people working on the project, and that can lead to some arguments and stress. And there's definitely a few evenings you go home and you just want to go and punch something.
The stress level gets high enough that I just try to mentally just stop myself from caring and just sort of robotically go about it. And no matter what somebody says to me, it's just like, okay, they don't mean that. I'm just going to keep moving.
There's a lot of freaking out and then just kind of stepping back and just reminding yourself that, you know, it's a video game.
Who controls the camera tween? Does anybody? Is it automatic? How's that work?
The product is ours. We have the right to beat the living crap out of it. We have the right to be picky and brutal and evaluate it from the, you know, this is shit, this is the worst I've ever seen. I mean, we have the right, we're creating that, we have the right to say that. And I find that if we don't take that approach, or if someone doesn't take that approach, when we release the product, everyone else in the world will.
There's a smoothness to where the animation needs to be, and it's not there.
It's not about you're not doing your job, it's about the product isn't where it needs to be, what do we need to do to get the product there? That's always been my philosophy.
I gotta say, the ending is low budget. It's truly a live or die situation, you know. I want to make a great game and I want to make a great experience, but if I don't, it's probably it for me. I hope not, but most likely it is. I drove around for an hour looking for a parking space. I had forgotten how fantastic E3 is. Fuck that. It's been a long road, and we only have a small amount of the game finished. But it's showing very well. Right now, the booth is pretty packed. We've only got 8 stations, so a lot of people are at the booth. It's very exciting, very good for us. I'm looking forward to seeing people's responses back to this thing. Right now, I haven't heard anything, but seeing the crowds is definitely an inspiring thing.
But it's cool. It's so surreal, like seeing the game you work on, like on the floor. It's awesome.
Fantastic. I like the same gameplay with more intense moves. I like that you can do multiple grabs and that even though the guy is technically dead, you can still beat the crap out of him.
As a consumer, I say, why am I going to go drop cash on a 360 or a PS3 when I can get that kind of performance out of my PS2 and a game that looks that great?
That's awesome.
I was actually kind of bummed out when I heard we were going to do this game on the PlayStation 2. You know, going to E3, I was just like, this is great. We're squeezing juice out of the PS2 that's, you know, looking at the games at E3. 99% of the time when I look at a game, I'm like, our game looks better.
The day we ship our Goldmaster, that will be the end of the PS2 era for me. And I'm going to be very sad. It's been, without doubt, the most fun console I've ever worked on. It's been a very, very good few years working on this machine. And I really feel like we're giving it a good send-off.
I think at E3 to see even with the PS3 booth 15 feet away, we still had lines of people wanting to play the game and people really enthusiastic and talking about it. That's why we make the games. That's why we suffer. And that's why we enjoy ourselves, is because we want people to have fun playing it and to see people having fun playing it. That's what it's all about.
Aaron! What's up, Hans? How you doing, man? Dude, it's the first game I'm really actually proud of.
I'm 31 years old and I still can't believe I make games, right? I mean, that's a trip. That really is kind of worth it. But yeah, it's incredibly rewarding to see people that actually are feeling something when they play this game.
This is the most excited I've ever been in my life. Dude, I'm totally geeked out. I showed up yesterday, I'm like, whee! You know, all happy. Nuts. This is great.
Between hyped up, exhausted, relieved, stressed. I'm all over the map right now. It's been a pretty crazy day. I think the interest in the game is really high right now, and that's awesome. I think it's really encouraging to see, and I hope that we can build and maintain this level of media hype. I think it all speaks well to this game coming out of the door next year and just rocking.
Alpha is all of the content that's taking up the proper amount of memory space on the disk, implemented in the way that it's supposed to be implemented, though it may not be fun, though it may not be perfectly, the emphasis on the syllable was wrong, perfectly implemented, and it may not be, have the final look of the entire thing, but the elements have to be there.
Okay.
Good to go.
Sweet. Thank you.
Solid.
15 days until alpha. Yay! Basically, this is the big push. This is it.
Basically, we're in the mode right now where there's the final things that we're putting together to put together the game.
These guys are working their asses off, and I'm thinking about how to reward them. We have to do something. We have to get together and really have an opportunity as a team to toast each other, toast the progress thus far, and what we've been able to achieve in such a short amount of time, and with the stresses and the strains. These are the most talented people I've ever been privileged to work alongside, and that's the honest to God's truth.
I feel great. We have done a lot. I know that at the Halloween party last year, we still had a lot of work ahead of us, and there was a lot of uncertainty. What we've accomplished in this period of time is just amazing. A lot of people are tired, but they're finding their reserve tanks, and they're finding strength or will to continue on by seeing progress being made in all the different aspects of the game and really being inspired by each other.
There's definitely a few things in this game. There's been a couple of things I've seen in the last few weeks. It's like, God damn, that's pretty fucking cool. It's going to be pretty good.
This is a very important time for our studio. If we can come out and make God of War 2 better than the first one, we'll be recognized the industry over as a powerhouse.
It's all about doing what we can to achieve perfection. And I think we know we'll never hit it 100%, but the mantra that's never talked about, but the general force of the leadership here within the studio is let's always strive for it.
I'm out to make the best game possible. The amount of time and effort and energy and life that I've put into these things, I don't get it back, so you might as well do it right.
It's really for the fans of this game, and the more people that play it, the better that we feel, that we've really reached out to a lot of people, taken these people on an adventure, told them a story. So is that good?
That's good.
Have we got it all?
We got it all.
Fan-fucking-tastic. I mean, it seems to be taking a bit more of an important role lately, like a lot of people.
What's going on here?